it's Doris with all the books, and I am going to do the BookTube Newbie 2.0 tag today. This is a great tag for any level of booktuber, from your first video to 20,000 subscribers. The questions are just very insightful. I was tagged by Silvia Kay, and if you haven't checked out her channel yet, you should. She's just delightful. She does a lot of discussions and she does them really well. I enjoy that dynamic, and I really like her interest in language because I'm an ESL teacher, so we have that connection. And she also reads a wide variety of books, which I think I do too, so we mesh that way as well. So she's a good booktuber to follow. Anyway, let's get to it. Question number 1. What genres would you like to see more of? Nonfiction, definitely. I like to read nonfiction. I like to keep one going all the time, and they're just harder to find. Definitely, they're harder to find, or I just don't know where to look yet. But I have found a few channels like What Campbell Reads. He's really good at, usually all of his wrap-ups have 1 or 2 or more nonfiction in them, which I appreciate. And then book learning, I get a lot of historical recommendations from her, and All Booked Up, I get a lot of nature-focused nonfiction from her, and I'm really looking forward to November. A Book Olive does nonfiction November, and I just joined BookTube in mid-December, so I have not participated in nonfiction November yet, but I'm very much looking forward to it, and I'm hoping to get a lot of recommendations for my TBR from that month. Yes. Number 2, what's the best way to make friends on BookTube? Definitely interact. Comment. I mean, there's no reason not to leave a comment. The worst that can happen is somebody ignores you. And to be fair, they're probably not even ignoring you deliberately. I mean, life is crazy, so just be gracious and reach out. Reach out to people. Booktubeathons happen all the time, and that's just a great way to get involved because you're doing what other people are doing all at the same time, so it leads to more conversation and more participation. And Twitter, I have found, is the best social media for booktubers, so you can get in on some conversations there. Like, I know Silvia Kay is really good at chatting on Twitter, and I'm getting a little better. I'm working on it. Number 3, what do you enjoy most about making the BookTube videos? And I obviously like running my mouth. So I just like the chatting. I like talking about books, and it just blows my mind. And when I found the wonderful land of BookTube, I was ecstatic. Just to have people to talk about books with, the books that I have read and the books that I want to read, and comparing them to other books, and it's just magical. I love it here. So I really love the conversations. Number 4, what do you, let's see, segue right there. What do you least like about making videos? Lighting. I don't have any professional lighting. I film on my iPhone 7 at my window, and this time of year is much worse because I'm back to work. I'm a school teacher, so I'm back to work, which 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the best time to film, and 5 days of the week I'm out of luck. And winter's coming, so that makes the lighting even worse in the afternoons, but I suffer through. Number 5, what videos, there's a long list, but basically what videos, other than the standard ones, would you like to see more of? I really like vlogs, and I know they're not necessarily popular here, but I just enjoy getting to know people. So I've been making vlogs, and I've been really trying to work on getting the right mix of reading and bookish related things with personal life. So I'm just trying to find the good mix. So I try to focus vlogs either around an outing that we're going on, like a state park, or we went to a used bookstore yesterday, or a readathon, like 7 and 7 starts tomorrow, so I'll vlog for that. So then I'll have a lot of reading tracking going on in the vlog, as well as interesting things that are going on in my life. So, or not really interesting, but you know, just a little bit. Anyway, I like vlogs, and I'm trying to find a good mix of vlogs that are interesting and reading related. Yes. Number 6, some themes that you want to see more or less of. I want to see less romance, and especially sex, in young adult fantasy. Oh my gosh, I lose my eyes in the back of my head. I just really miss my own childhood and teen years. I mean, not childhood, but hopefully there's not sex in middle grades yet. But I just really loved the epic fantasy where the focus was on the epic adventure and the goal at the end. Like Terry Brooks, The Sword of Shannara. Oh, you know, I just think all these young adult books that are so focused on getting a boyfriend or getting a girlfriend or whatever, it just takes something away from the quest. I'm ranting. Yeah, and I haven't read much adult fantasy lately, and so I don't know if the same holds true for that. So let me know if there's any good fantasy, because I love reading. I read a lot of fantasy in my teens and 20s, and I want to read some more of that. You know, I haven't read a lot lately other than the YA, and like I said, some of the YA just, it's a letdown. Anyway, number 7, some of your goals. I was having a hard time thinking about this because I'm just here for the fun, but Jenny King posted today about how she's already made a spreadsheet for Vlogmas, and that kind of got me excited because I want to do Vlogmas, and I haven't really admitted it to myself. I mean, I have, but I haven't committed to it, but I really want to do Vlogmas. I love it. So yeah, that's one of my goals. Maybe I can do it. Number 8, advice. What advice would you give to a new booktuber? Think about your audience. So I know that I'm just here to have a good time. I don't have any goals to get books sent to me for free or any such, you know. I'm not here on a professional level. I'm just a public school teacher who is in love with books, and I want to talk about them, and I want to, you know, chat and have a good time and have friends. So yeah, that's me. But if you think about your goals and what you want to do with your channel, it helps you have a focus. So like I said, I'm working on vlogs and how I can make vlogs more meaningful for my channel. So I've got a focus. So it really helps you connect with the people who are like-minded if you know who you are and what you want to present to the world. That's my advice. Number 9, qualities that you look for in other booktubers. And again, I like the personal connection. Back to the vlogs. I like booktubers who do vlogs. But I realize, you know, not everybody wants to do a vlog, and that's cool. But the booktubers that I relate to the most are the ones that can intersperse some personal connection in their wrap-ups and their tags, you know, anything. Like doing tags is great because that's a personal connection as well. Or some booktubers like Simon does a cuppa and a chat or something. I don't know, where he just sits and talks. Jen Campbell does those little chat catch-ups. Lauren from Lauren in the Books does lovely chats. So yeah, intersperse a little bit of who you are and what you're doing in life so that I can understand your connection to the books you're reading. It just enriches the experience for me. And number 10, a fun fact about you. Yeah, this one's really funny. So I never played an organized sport growing up in school or Little League or any of that. I did play a little, tag football or frisbee football, things like that in college, young adult years, but never really an organized sport. So I started teaching middle school, 4 or 5 years out of college, and the soccer coach quit and they made me do it. I mean, they asked me and I said, sure. And I learned how to play soccer from a book. I kid you not. Now, we weren't great by any means. I did it for 2 years, but I had a total blast. I had the most fun. We had a great time. Yeah. I learned soccer and coached it from a book. Ha. Hilarious. And I was a dorm mom at Duke soccer camp for like 5 years after that too. So, fun times. So, I am tagging. I found 3 new booktubers recently that I've enjoyed watching, so I'm going to tag them, and I'll leave their links below so that you can check them out as well. The Bookish Land, Hemingway's Hiccups, and Time to Read. Another booktuber that I want to tag, and she does a lot of vlogs, and I just enjoy her personality, Jessica King, so check her out. And then one who is not a newbie, but I have just recently started watching her regularly and am enjoying her as well, the Skeptical Reader. So I will leave all those links down below, and I would hope you check them out, as well as Silvia Kay. And I will leave the questions and yada yada, and the people that I mentioned with the nonfiction as well. I've got notes so I can do that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will be back soon. Bye!